Doesn't he just accept he hasn't got a shred of credibility left?
Well, I don't know whether in his practice when he was at the bar he felt that just because he'd given advice that might not have been upheld by a court, he had no credibility. That is an absurd and ridiculous proposition. Furthermore, it was advice that was agreed with by the first instance court in Scotland and by the Lord Chief Justice of England. Is the right honourable gentleman calling for his resignation as well? Is he calling for the resignation of the Master of the Rolls? Is he calling for the resignation of the President of the Queen's Bench Division? Is he calling for Lord Doherty's resignation? I will say this, Mr. Speaker.
Order. The Attorney-General will just resume his seat momentarily. I should be deeply obliged to him. The Attorney-General has a distinctive and resonant baritone which is well known throughout the House, but it is a challenge even to him to be fully heard if there is constant catcalling. There will be ample opportunity for colleagues to question and probe the Attorney-General, of that they may be assured. But I wish myself to listen to his mellifluous tones. The Attorney-General.
I will say this, Mr. Speaker, for the Scottish Nationalist Party and for the Honourable Lady, if I may. Whereas in the Honourable Gentleman's case, no shameless piece of cynical opportunism is left on the floor. The Honourable Lady is a lawyer and a Queen's Counsel, and she knows it is the most puerile, infantile of criticism to say about a lawyer whose advice has been upheld by courts right up the way to the Supreme Court that somehow or other that advice he should be held culpable for. The fact of the matter is, this advice was sound advice at the time. The court of last resort ultimately disagreed with it. But in doing so, they made new law, as they were entirely entitled to do.